of Dragonlance because I think as a kid I stumbled upon a book, but I had no clue what it was.
I hear it's like has a whole bunch of novels.
It does.
Yeah, I only played that one module, and that's all I know about Dragonlance.
It's one of the first campaign worlds. I believe it was even before Forgotten Realms.
Oh wow! So
Um,
which one was first? Was it Greyhawk?
I believe Greyhawk was first, but don't quote me on that.
Pretty sure Greyhawk is considered the original setting.
Yeah. The OG D&D world. Dragonlance, or not Dragonlance, Forgotten Realms obviously is the most popular one now. Probably the most.
Did that come out in 3.5? Piranha's coming out at the same time as 3.5?
Faerun? No. Well, I thought Faerun has been around since like... No, Faerun was older than that because Baldur's Gate, the original, was 2nd edition.
You're right.
And then, then Neverwinter Nights came out at the start of 3rd edition because they were really excited about being 3rd edition. But yeah, no, Faerun is old. I don't think it was 1st edition, but it was definitely at least 2nd.
Let's all play. What's it called? Dark Sun or whatever?
Dark Sun. Yeah, it's a cool setting. Maybe I'll have you guys like plane hop to Dark Sun at some point.
That'd be cool.
What's the world name? I don't think it's actually called Dark Sun. I forget what the world is. Like Forgotten Realms is Faerun.
Yeah, and like Dragonlance is Kryn.
Alright, I think we have almost everyone. Almost everyone is here. Now the question is... Oh, someone just...
It's called Athos.
Athos?
Yeah.
It's like Anna's gonna be late.
Desert World of Athos.
Quentin, there's still a placeholder for your journal entry. Yeah. What's going on?
I'm busy.
Alright. So... Let's see... This week... is going to be Damien for Scribe. And Rogrick, looks like you're still on Journal.
Quartermaster.
Or, yeah. Sorry, Quartermaster. This is your 3rd week. And is the previous Scribe. Do you want to give us a quick rundown of last time?
Yeah, sure
Did you
thing.
start stream before we do anything?
Huh?
Did you start stream?
Oh yeah, the stream's been going. Should be. Is it not up?
I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It just popped up for me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Internet lag.
Lag, yeah.
So it was the 17th of fall in the early morning. So we were basically we just kind of started off deliberating on what we were going to do next in the caves by the Iron Tide. Damien, Shock, and Oliver discussed the relationship between the Iron Tide, the Blood Hand, and the Blackwater over in Chaur. Oliver pointed out that the common denominator seemed to be that Blackwater's betrayal was of the other factions. Damien stated that the immediate threat were the Wyverns, or Wyverns, or however you guys pronounce that, and the group discussed the need for destroying the animals. The decision to move forward ended up in Ko's lap, and he suggested to take the prisoners from the Iron Tide back to Chaur. The group then discussed freeing the Iron Tide's Nazak slaves in return for slaying the Wyverns. After debating, the group decided to leave the slaves be and take the prisoners back to Chaur. The Chaur prisoners back to Chaur. The group got their story straight on what information to reveal to Chaur and the guards and Galen. Rogrick then asked Ko for the dagger of Ascion, and Ko gave it up, so he's hiding it on his person. Damien stopped the group so we could open the arcane chest. They were successful. They found 3 potions, some arcane components, and a wand of magic missiles. That's 2 potions of healing and a potion of greater healing, and then for some reason Ko ended up with the wand of magic missiles. And then Ko and Oriel led the way back to Chaur with their survival skills, except Oriel's were so good that the group got there kind of early, and she also helped everyone subsist off of her good berries. On the way, we discussed how to deal or how we're going to deal with Galen Blackwater. I did the Gale thing too. And the fact that we possess the dagger as tasked, but are not sure whether or not to trust Galen. Ranga, Drea's wolf, and Oriel sat outside as we entered the estate. Damien and Galen met again, and Galen was not happy to hear that Damien and the team didn't have the dagger of Ascion, part of the key trifecta, as Galen called it. Supposedly Galen has the ring. We quote unquote don't have the dagger. And the third piece, which should be the necklace, was kept by the leader of the Blood Hand, a woman named Sithril. I got a lot more, baby. After much deliberation, Galen paid the group half pay for a half job, 2,100 gold, which we split evenly at 300 piece, including Shock, which he was grateful for. Ko disappeared from the room where Roderick, Damien, and Oliver were debating with Galen to seek some information from a servant. He learned that the elf wizard named Lyra might know more about Galen's doings down in his laboratory. The group headed back to the Darkwater Inn, spoke with Melody, Shock's partner, who was pleased to find the group well and to find out that we helped ensure Shock get his payment for all his assistance as well. Melody advised that she is a restoration herbologist cleric of Paylor, and that she'd be willing to assist the group in their challenges. She requested 100 gold, and the group ended up giving her 150 to help her start her herbalist healing shop. We went back to our private room to discuss our options moving forward. Oriel took Melody, Shock's partner, to the side at some point and asked about healing. And, this is obviously just between Oriel and Melody, but Oriel revealed her scarred visage to the healer, and Melody promised to help her as much as she can. Then the party spilled into the common area of the Blackwater Inn again, where Drea did her best to entertain. Thankfully, Oliver overtook the task and gave an embellished tale of the party's fights against the Umber Hulks in the caves. The mayor arrived, and Damien asked her for a dance, and they did. Afterward, the mayor advised that the Blood Hand needed to be discussed, and Damien kind of pushed that off into the morning. We retired for the night, and after which Ayara snuck into the party's private room. They discussed the Blood Hand's intentions and location, including the mostly nude, pectoral flexing man that kind of acts as their messenger of some sort. And then we rested. And now we're here.
All right. Thank you for that recap. So it is the 20th of fall at 8 a.m. Looks like, obviously we're only at 5, so if you guys want, we have Ayara and Shock in camp, and one of them can join you for combats if someone's willing to play one of them. Or
I don't mind playing either.
Alright, well, Ayara is obviously more of a rogue, and Shock is more of a frontline, control tank. Do you have a preference?
We'll take Shock, because I think IRA was doing some stuff on behalf of us.
Did she leave the camp?
Shock's fine.
Yeah, I think so. I think she just showed up last night. I don't know if she left again or not.
Yeah, no idea. You just stayed.
Okay.
We're having a spy and get in, aren't we?
Okay. Let me put her in the background then. I didn't realize. I may have forgotten to put her in the background if she's doing. Do we have that on the party sheet by chance? Let's see. Downtime activities. Yeah, so if we could just I guess the quartermaster, if we just want to make a note what she's doing. Is Oliver spying on the Iron Tide?
That was before we left.
I was when I was.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if we want to put her on there just so we know what she's doing, I'll go ahead and put her into the background, and I'll say Shock joins you. Let's see, I think you have control of him, but let me double check. Yeah, it looks like you do. Also, I have to add he gained multi-attack because he's level 5 now.
We're not supposed to see health bars of the other guys, right?
No. Can you see him?
So I can see that Oriel has a health bar, but there's no information on it. And then Damien's health bar reads 50 out of 50.
Alright, let me take a look at that. You might have been playing him or something.
Yeah, and that's even incorrect HP values. I can see Roderick's.
Or maybe
HP
that's my.
bar,
Oh
but
no, sorry, it's Roderick's HP bar. Sorry, it's above my. Yeah, so I don't see Damien's. My fault.
Yeah, I see Roderick's, but not.
I do see Roderick's. Yeah.
Let me take a look at Roderick. Maybe someone was playing him.
I don't see the value, but I see that it's green.
Huh. Oh, yeah, why is it set to C? Weird.
Sorry, but we were saying that Dre was doing. I had a work call quick, and I didn't catch that.
Iara went to go spy for us, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, can you still see his bar?
No.
Alright, good. I fixed it. Anyone else can see anyone's bar? Alright.
I only see mine.
So, we will return to the town. You've just awoken in the morning at your base/camp within the Darkwater Inn. It's 8 a.m. What does the group want to do today? Welcome, who just got here? Oriel? Welcome. So what do you all wish to do? It's a new day.
We were supposed to talk to the Bloodhand, right?
Yeah, well, so Blackwater had wanted you to go underground and look for a way to find out where the Bloodhand base was down there, if I remember correctly, right?
That sounds about right.
And
We were Shruins, right?
yeah, though you were still debating whether or not you were working for Blackwater or what you were actually going to do. The mayor wanted to talk to you about the Bloodhand. She seems like she does not like them, and I don't know what the group's stance on the Bloodhand was.
Well, I feel like it's been kind of neutral, because in the beginning we talked to Galen, and then we talked to the Bloodhand kind of in the same couple days. Damien's just trying to be friends with everybody.
Yeah, I think it was pretty neutral.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
neutral.
think it was.
They asked us to help them. We said, not right now.
Oh, the Bloodhand, you mean?
Yeah, they asked us to investigate some of the Irontide camps.
Yeah, so...
But they didn't give us the location because we said not right now, but they did ask for our help.
So, yeah, kind of neutrality, but they don't know of your intentions yet. Maybe like a cautious neutrality from them. I think, yeah, you had heard from Neil, so... Yeah, what do you all want to do first?
Yeah, I'll talk to Ko and ask him how he feels, because I know he's had some run-in with the Bloodhand, but with the... What's the other city's name? Highguard?
Highguard, yeah.
And I want to know how he feels about this.
Well, he is ex-Bloodhand, ex-hired killer for the Bloodhand. But he would say fuck him. He doesn't care.
Alright. Fuck him then.
If they're up to no good and they're making the lives of the people of Chaur harder, then they gotta go, Bloodhand or not.
Shock would say, well, they're criminals. Of course, they're going to be causing trouble wherever they go.
I was a criminal, but I mainly killed criminals, so do with that what you will.
Give me a persuasion on that. I don't know if you've told him this before. Or maybe you did.
Probably not. I don't know.
You were with him in the sewers of Highguard. I don't know if you mentioned you were ex Bloodhand. So he'll say, I'll just assume you hadn't. He kind of looks at you surprised. He says, "Really? You didn't strike me as the type." Well, do you think that the Bloodhand are causing suffering, or do you think this is some kind of misunderstanding? Like, do you know anything about this
There's gotta
Sithril
be
and
a
her?
trail of gold somewhere.
Well,
I don't know Sithril personally. There's many different factions of the Bloodhand.
Ah, I see. This is well. I know from my experience with the Bloodhand, as you say, it's all about the gold, and they are often more than willing to do unspeakable things to get it.
So follow the gold and we'll figure out what the Bloodhand's up to.
Damon will speak up here. Mayor Asher did wish to speak with us regarding the Bloodhand. Should we get her account of what they've been up to?
That might be wise. I think the people of this town are more trustworthy than the criminals, so we should see what they have to say.
I interject just slightly here. If you're going to look for the gold, then the most obvious point is it's Blackwater, because there's nobody in this town who could get the Bloodhand interested to come here or to keep them here. So logically, this all goes back to him.
Ko's just gonna kind of eye Damien.
Sorry, I mean...
I came here with you, buddy.
Gil. I mean Gil. Sorry, I just associate the name.
Well, we already spoke with Blackwater. You think he has more insight than he's already given? He does not seem to be a fan of the Bloodhand.
Okay, Okay, first rule of talking to nobility. Never trust anything they say.
You can trust me, Shock.
I can agree with, well, of course, except you, Damien. You've always been forthright.
There's exceptions to every rule.
Exactly.
Or you've just never caught him lying to you, then.
What, are you trying to say that our leader Damien is a possible liar?
Everybody's a possible liar, that's the point.
You always talk in circles. It's frustrating sometimes, Oliver. Keep wanting to call you by your other character's name.
Yes, okay.
He says, I think that Damien has proven his loyalty to us and our cause several times over.
I'm just saying, if you're looking for why the Bloodhound are here, it's Blackwater, because they have no reason to be in a town, I use this word loosely, town like this, because it gives them nothing. And honestly, if you think about it, they're the least likely to break a promise, because all they've got is their word. Their
Can
word,
Ko
their bond.
roll a perception check on Oliver
For what?
to see if he's hiding anything?
That would
I'll
be more
Oh,
insight. Yeah. I guess you can make an active insight.
Same roll.
No, I mean, it just seems like he's speaking from experience of dealing with nobility. You don't get the idea he's trying to manipulate or anything. But, Shock would say, well, originally, I thought, that the Bloodhand were brought here by Blackwater. But if they are, at odds with him, what are their intentions of staying now? Do we know that?
I'm gonna run with it's the same reason the Iron Tide aren't leaving. they're after something. They're after treasure. So, look, I just think that out of all the people that we know what's going on, the Bloodhand are one of the people that can't really afford to break a promise. Because if they do that, then any deal they make will never be something you can trust because they've already broken their word. They're a group that relies on trust.
They do have
You
a.
don't write.
Oh, God.
They don't give you a contract to sign when you take out a deal with them. It's not like there's a paperwork trail.
Nazis as well. They are pretty well known for not breaking their deals, so I would agree with you on that.
So for as much as they do the horrible stuff, there's always going to be people that do the horrible stuff that profit from it. And I'd rather be with a group of people who I know who they are and you've made a deal and you know they're going to honor it than be with a person who is a nobleman, will stab you in the back at the first chance they get. And let's be completely honest, most noble people are dicks. They're arrogant, they're self-opinionated, they're self-entitled, they believe they know best for everybody else, and that everybody else is below them.
Does anyone else want to say anything? I could keep role-playing Shock's responses to this, but I kind of want to get your guys' opinions.
Damon's like, wow, well, I think my friends and I are pretty liberal about those type of things.
I don't know. I kind of agree with that assessment.
Co nods.
I don't know, two sides of the same coin, Shock says. The criminals and the nobility, I would agree, are both kind of shady and untrustworthy.
Co nods again.
Just one can do it legally while
No,
the
it's
other
not-
must operate from the shadows.
You're entirely right. They're both shady, but the fact of the matter is, one of them has to keep to their word, and the other one can freely break it and not have to prevent consequences.
It's
So out of the two, I'm
Nope.
picking the
A lot
one
of
who has to
assumptions
stick to
going
the
on.
word.
Yeah, and that's why I want to be a politician.
Whether you can like break your word, you can go back on it.
Or
You can,
can prevent that from happening in the future.
yet
to
to
be
be
better.
a politician that what hasn't come to that.
And then we have the
When we were
warlord
last at the
slavers.
Bloodhand-
Oh, go ahead.
when we were last at the Bloodhand, when we met with them up in the northwestern part of town, how many were in that building? Do you remember, Roderick or Damien?
You can do an intelligence check on that, but Oriel, I think you were trying to say something as well. What were you saying?
No,
Oh,
no,
sorry.
I'm all good.
Oh, okay. It's kind of hazy. It's been a bit, but you want to say there were more than 10. I mean, that's not including Neil or Cithril. Yeah, you'd probably get about the same thing, Roderick, but you doubt that they had all their people at one base or one place.
Well, let's go see what the mayor has to say about this.
All right. So
Agreed.
traveling to the barracks. Give me one moment to check something.
It's funny when I was getting inside, I'm like, shit, what am I gonna say?
Okay. So you head over to the town hall barracks. I don't know if you guys... Yeah, you've probably been in here before. So it looks like an old dwarven structure, possibly from the previous empire. It's kind of impressive that it's still standing and still in such good shape. Going inside, the guards would, of course, recognize you and allow you entrance. And once inside... is it... You guys hearing any background noise? Just out of
Someone's
curiosity.
popular.
I found a phone ringing.
Yeah, this freaking phone keeps... Hang on, let me see if I can put this on silent. Yeah, there we go. I think there's like a water outage in my neighborhood, so all the people are messaging each other and I'm on the list. I haven't checked my water yet. Apparently it just happened. But anyway, you kind of head inside where you are greeted by Captain Grobe, who you haven't talked to in a bit. He says, Misfits, welcome. What are you here looking for? Can I help you with something?
That's your cue, Damien.
Hello? Oh, I thought I DC'd for a second there.
Did you hear what
yes.
Captain Grobe said?
What are we doing here, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, he asks what he can help you with.
Yes. Mayor Asher said she wanted to speak about the Blood Hand.
Oh, you're here to speak with the mayor. She is currently having a meeting with some of the townsfolk, but as soon as it finishes, you're welcome to speak with her. And he would kind of motion to a room down the hall where you would see a door is closed. He says it shouldn't be more than maybe a half hour to an hour. Are you okay waiting?
I can wait.
Nods and he says, all right, well, I need to attend to some matters, so if you need anything, just speak with one of the guards at the front, and he's going to walk off. Is the group going to do anything, or are you just waiting the half hour?
Who's around in this hallway type area?
So the barracks has mostly guards, some of the off-duty guards. There are some citizens, you're guessing maybe some farmers, laborers who are talking to some of the guards, walking around the building. You probably recognize some of them, and of course, like you're fairly well recognized. A couple might be coming over to talk to the group and say hello, and again, thank you for all you've done. Other than that, there's not too much else going on here. You probably hear the voices of the people in the room down the hall. Give me active perception checks. You might notice something. DC is 20.
Come on, eyeballs.
This is more listening based.
Come on, earballs.
Come on, earballs.
Roderick stepped away for a work call.
How dare he? Alright, everyone but Roderick.
Oriel also stepped away.
Oh, God.
It's just us.
Alright, wait, where'd she say she stepped away?
In Discord. She said BRB.
Oh, okay. That's why I'm not looking at Discord. So, you don't hear anything. Definitely, well, you hear voices, but yeah, you wouldn't notice anything. So, I'm going to pass the half hour, unless someone's doing something.
I'm just putting on a bit of a show, entertaining entertaining the guards.
Alright. Maybe like, what type of show are you doing?
Probably just using minor illusion just to impress people, like with stories and stuff, and little tricks of it, like again, like the Harry Potter Deathly Hallows type thing.
Alright, so you're just kind of, putting on a small show for people. So the half hour would conclude, and you would see several individuals step out of the room that you don't recognize, and one of them who you would. Blackwater would come down the hall, notice you all here, and say, Misfits, what are you all doing in this place?
The mayor wishes to talk about said Blood Hand.
Excellent. He says, I was hoping that she would talk to you about that. Well, hopefully she can give you more information on what's been going on. I have some things to attend to, but I'll speak with you later, hopefully. And she would continue, or he would continue, unless anyone's doing anything. So the mayor comes out of the room. She says, it's so good to see you all again. Come in, come in.
We go in.
All right.
Cartwheel inside the door, inside the room. No, just kidding.
Did her picture pop up?
No.
No.
Galen's did, but
Oh, hang on. What's going on? Was I clicking the wrong thing? I must have been. There we go. So, yeah, you go into the room where she takes a seat. She says, so, the Blood Hand. I was hoping that with the Iron Tide taken care of, that our next work could be towards getting the Blood Hand out of the town, as I feel they've been nothing but trouble here. Now, quick question. You told her, at least according to my notes, you told her that you parlayed with the Iron Tide and convinced them to leave. Is that right? Or did you tell her that you just
No.
convinced them not to attack anymore?
That's the red. That's the correct one.
Okay. So, yeah, she would say with the Iron Tide threat at least temporarily dealt with, yeah, I think our next step should be to drive the Blood Hand out of this town. It'll make everything safer. I'm working on getting some information on their people and possible locations. Is this something you'd be interested in helping me with?
We're already on it.
Oh,
We already have our people looking into it as well.
excellent. She says it's. I didn't realize you were looking into it already. Well, it's good to hear. And I wanted to ask you about the Iron Tide as well. You said you had parlayed with them to stop the attacks, but is there any guarantees that they won't come back later and decide to attack again? Or are there any guarantees?
If anything, I'd say perhaps the lack of what do they call it when
Motivation,
supply?
yeah, incentive.
incentive.
Like the supplies. What do they call it? There's a different word for it.
Uh,
Resources?
resources, yeah.
Resources. Yes. Yeah,
Shit.
due to lack of resources, and manpower, I highly doubt that they'll continue the attacks. But there's always never guarantee.
She says, and did you find out why they attacked us in the first place? I had assumed it was just banditry, but it seemed fairly aggressive. Uncomfortable
believe-
silence. Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. I forgot my soundboard. Where is it?
Crickets.
Alright, go ahead. Sorry.
I believe they were. I heard that they were led to believe that there was money to be had here.
I see. Do you know anything more specific than that? Like, why they believe such a thing? I mean, we're a frontier town. They couldn't have thought we'd have that much money.
Hold on. They found some old, was it a mine shaft, a cave or whatever they were in?
Ruins.
They found some old ruins that they're excavating, and the reason they were attacking was to prevent us from interfering with their excavations.
Give me a deception check.
Is that not true?
It's misleading, because you know why they were actually here. Or at least you have a theory, but you're trying to not mention it, I assume.
Yeah, deception. There you go.
Alright, so she nods and says, I suppose that makes sense, so... Yeah. Well, I'm just glad you were able to take care of it. I'm happy the town is no longer fearing for its safety. So these runes that you say, did they excavate them and finish, and now they're just leaving?
I believe they're still excavating, but since we made a peace deal, we should We shouldn't have to worry about them.
Alright. Well, I would rather they be gone for sure, but I mean, I'm sure you did all you could with just the 6 of you versus a whole legion of warriors. You can only do so much. Actually impressed you were able to even negotiate any type of ceasefire. Well, I just wanted to. Or go ahead.
Blackwater name.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Like, shrewd diplomacy is what Blackwater's all about.
As well, your cousin is certainly impressive in his abilities. Though I always thought him more of a bookworm. It is kind of weird how recently he's been getting much more political.
Yeah, I also thought he opted out of the politics, and that's why he moved here.
She nods and says, well, I appreciate the update. I don't think we had actually spoken since you got back from dealing with the Blood Hand, and getting an account of where we're at was very useful to me. I am going to look into the Blood Hand and hopefully get the information on their people, and maybe at that point we can capture, or if we must, kill some of them to weaken their presence here. But in the meantime, I'm sure you all are still tired from your recent venture, so yeah, feel free to stay in the town as much as you like. In fact, I have something that might be of interest to you, she says, and if I'm honest, also a way to maybe get you to stay here and help us further. Because of the attacks, a plot of land has become available in the southwestern part of the town. I would like to gift it to you and your group. Maybe you can develop it and build something.
Well, that's very kind of you.
She says, well, as I said, we couldn't really pay you for helping us because of how poor we are, but I definitely want to show our appreciation. And we do have resources, if not gold, so...
A plot of land is worth more than you think. Thank you.
She says it is. And hopefully you can develop it into something useful to yourselves. So she shows you on the map that just south here of the neighborhood, there's some open land that she is willing to gives you the deed for. She says, feel free to do as you like there. Maybe build yourself a home.
Thank you. Now, Miss Asher, are you a noble lady, or?
No, my family is political, but none of us are lucky enough to hold any noble titles. We don't have the power or the gold for such things. My father was the mayor here for quite some time, gifted the position due to his loyalty to the Blackwaters. But yeah, we don't actually hold any titles yet. Maybe someday. Though being the last surviving member of my family, it's unlikely.
I'm sure if you keep... You know what? Never mind. Damon's not gonna say anything. I was gonna say... perhaps we can get you that noble title someday. One way or the other.
Wow, well, that would be very kind of you. I'm not sure how you could do such a thing, as it would require immense amounts of gold and land and following, but it certainly... Sorry, what?
Marriage is always an option.
Give me a persuasion on that.
Did he just say
Did you say that like you?
He said
or
marriage is always an option.
Oh,
Right.
marriage.
What
I
I'm
understood
asking is-
murder.
Murder. I mean, that is an option too.
It's an
Damien
option.
Suggesting himself.
Is that why you were
Or-
dancing with her last night? I see what's going on here.
That's what I'm asking.
No, Damien's the type that would marry into another noble family.
All right,
Okay.
so you didn't say that with like kind of intent behind it, like maybe flirting
Like, no
with her a
hidden
little.
meaning. Yeah, no.
All right, she says, well, I suppose. Don't know if anyone would be interested, or any nobility anyway, would be interested in someone like me. I don't have much to offer their families, but it's possible. Still, I'm
You
not.
never know,
I'm not
do you?
thinking like that right now. I have so many other things on my plate. Right. Well, that's all I wish to speak to you about. Do any of you have any questions or anything I can help you with while I'm here?
I'm good if everyone else is.
I don't have any questions so far, thank you.
She says, "Oh, I don't think we've met." And she goes to shake your hand, Oriel.
Hello, nice to meet you, too.
She says, "Yes, nice to meet you. I love your mask. I don't think I've seen anything like it before."
Oh, thank you. And she adjusts the mask so it sits tighter on her face.
She smiles and nods and says, and Olivar, I'm familiar with your work, but it's an honor to meet you in person."
Oh, it's lovely to meet you too.
He says, I guess it makes sense that someone as famous as you would find another a group of equal fame and work with them. So I'm glad we have you helping us.
No, it's perfectly alright.
All right. So with that, she'll
Why do
kind.
you
Go ahead.
why do you so much dislike the Bloodhound though?
Well, I mean, they're a criminal organization. From what I've experienced of them, they bring nothing but hardship and pain to the people whose areas they operate in. You could get an insight check, actually, everyone. DC 15. Or hang on. Oh, she rolled pretty well. DC 20. You might get something here.
Insight from the mayor.
Yeah, what she just said. So, Roderick and Olivar, you think it goes beyond that. Like, there's something about her tone that makes you think this is more personal. But she would say, yeah, if it were up to me, I'd rather not have these criminal elements in my town. I mean, I have no idea what they even want from Chaur. There's nothing here for them. They're just causing trouble.
Trouble are they, poor thing?
He says, well, I mean, things go missing at the market. There's been mysterious deaths. People have gone missing. It must be related to them, as none of this was happening before they came. Char is always, well, he sighs and says, not always, but for the most part, we're left to our own devices. It's dangerous on the frontier, of course, but I mean, we've never had mysterious disappearances or things going missing from the marketplace.
Okay, but excluding that, there's nothing really that's gone on that makes them seem mistrusting or bad. They're not doing anything, not killing people. It's just that things are going missing, which might not entirely be them.
She says, possibly not. I mean, is there a reason that they should be allowed to operate in town? I feel like any
No,
criminal
not really.
organization should be driven out.
Yeah, but you drive one out, and another one just comes and takes its place. It's kind of better the devil you know.
Give me a persuasion on that.
Ko is so confused by Oliver's insistence on this.
Yeah, honestly, same.
He says, I mean, I suppose, but it doesn't mean we should just let them operate. The whole point of having checks against such things, I mean, things always go smoother for a time being. Yes, criminals might show up later, but you have to still deal with them when they show up. I'm kind of confused. Are you saying we shouldn't be trying to stop them?
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying this. You're very focused on getting rid of them when you don't know what they're doing here, why they're here, or that. You're very focused on them. as just a problem when you don't even know if they are a problem.
She says, well, I suppose, but um, she says, well, I guess if you just do what you can. If you don't wish to help us with this, then of course I can't force you to, but it seems like a no-brainer.
Maybe, but like, anyway.
All right, so is it, I'm assuming no one else has anything to say, so she'll say, on the way out, you should speak to one of our what are they called? Like engineers. They can possibly help you construct a house if you have some gold. But I have some things to do, so it was good seeing all of you, and good luck in your endeavors. I'll be in touch about our plans.
Oh, actually, I have a request.
Yes.
I was wondering if we could have access to the armory.
The armory? Like, for weapons and such?
Yes, if in case we would ever need any.
Well, I mean, I think we still... I don't know, the blacksmith in town probably doesn't have anything. I mean, we have some chainmail spears and maybe a few swords, but, yes, certainly, if you need to buy something, we can help outfit you.
Alright, thank you.
Alright. So, what do you want to do? If you want, you can put some gold towards getting a house built on your new plot of land.
Oh, I need to go over the options through the party. Let's
We have
be
enough gold
landlords.
for that.
Let's be landlords and make.
Gonna open another
apartments.
inn.
You want to rent it out?
Yeah, rent apartments. Let's make apartments. And
Make
rent
another inn.
It's
Sounds
gonna
good.
be Air D&D.
That's so good.
That's so good.
Yeah, that's so good. Man.
And D&D is gold.
It's sending messages like house for rent, 50 GP a week or something.
Use
But
magic user to make like a cloud advertisement.
exactly. Yeah, the engineers here, there's no one all that great at building. They can probably just build you a normal like middle class house with a couple of rooms for probably about maybe 100 gold.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, I mean it's
Wait,
yeah. Go ahead.
100 gold
Yeah, 100 GP.
for
Like a normal house, you probably have like 2-3 bedrooms, like a main living area,
okay.
kitchen.
Oh,
So like 300, 400 would net us like a big house.
Yeah, but no one here is skilled enough to build a house that big. You probably have to talk to Blackwater or maybe like get someone from Highguard.
all right, guys, we're going on an adventure to Highguard.
Side quest for a mansion.
Right?
We'll get the money and the means on the way. I feel like.
Yeah, we have 2 Blackwater estates in the town.
There you go. So do you want to have them build you a house?
Immediately?
They could start on it. It'll probably take them about maybe 5 to 10 downtime days.
Maybe we could build a business.
Well, what are we gonna do with like a? I mean, I guess we already kind of camped together, but
I mean, like mechanically speaking, you could leave things there. But yeah, other than that, it's just like it'd be cool to have a house somewhere if you care. If not, you can just leave it as it is. Just keep living at the Darkwater Inn. But you have
would
the
like to save and invest in something even better down the road.
okay.
But we'll
So
leave it up to the party.
just make sure you note somewhere that you have a deed to land in Chaur.
Is Rogrick back?
He typed it,
I believe so.
and he just rolled a
Okay.
21 insight.
Okay, yeah, we can probably just put down the party sheet. Like, somewhere. Under strongholds, perhaps.
Mm.
And I'll mark it on the map. But
Now,
yeah,
if we're talking about investments, then I'll ask Shock here. Since you're a caravan master, Shock, and since the immediate threat of the Iron Tide is now gone, do you think we could perhaps pull some money together and get another caravan going that can maybe be profitable?
As well, the caravans are probably going to start coming here. In fact, I got word from the Teruvian Caravan Company, and the caravan is going to be leaving, the one we came in with, within the next few days. I've chosen to stay, though. I think I can do more good with your group, especially since you saved Melody. I definitely want to stay close to her. So I wouldn't be going with them. As for starting a new caravan, that might be tough, though you all do have some reputation, so it's possible. I mean, there's already caravan profitable. It could be over time. Still, I mean, I would think you have more important things to do with all the Iron Tide and Bloodhand problems within the area.
Alright, well, that's true.
But
Alright, well,
he says I can. He kind of laughs. He says I've never really run my own business, but I suppose I could look into it. There'd probably be better people to handle such things, though. I'm more of an old soldier than an entrepreneur.
oh, you know what? I actually have a contact here, a merchant contact. That we
Oh,
could speak to later.
Oh, Oliver's heading to the market.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see like if I could, because of what they were saying earlier about. Yeah, well, I was gonna let you guys carry on.
alright, so we'll say like you're talking as you head over there. Um, but yeah, so you go to the market. It's around 9:30 now.
Oliver's gonna try and figure. Like Oliver will spend the day there trying to figure out because the mayor kept saying things are going missing. And since I don't buy that the Blood Hand are going to steal stuff from a marketplace, a group of elite thieves robbing things from a market, I'm going to try and see if I can figure out who's doing it.
All right. This would probably be investigation, though there is an argument to be made for persuasion because you could also be talking to people. So, what skills are you going to use for this?
Persuasion, because I can't go lower than 22.
All right. Yeah, that's true. You're the everyone's going to tell you everything. All right. You'll get different information, but it could still be useful. So you're doing that for the day. You're just separating from the group and doing your own thing.
Unless they want to go specifically go somewhere, and they'll come get me.
All right. So you start working on that. What about the rest of you?
Well, if we want to continue investing, I have that merchant contact, guys. It all depends if you want to do it now or later.
Cho's gonna lose interest and go to work on blacksmithing.
Goes like, I don't know what you're talking about.
More politics? Nah.
Uh,
Or more financials? Math? No.
Math.
Dungeons and spreadsheets.
Hell yeah.
Misfits were in the red. We need to go on a side quest. Get these numbers up.
This wealthy lifestyle isn't going to pay itself.
Supplement your small business with adventuring.
We're fighting a red dragon like at the final end bit, and then Oliver comes out and goes, "Actually, sir, I think you'll find your finances aren't audited to the right correction."
Nice. All right, so Ko, you said you're gonna go learn. You're gonna go. So, are we doing a downtime day today? You're all kind of going to work on
Seems like it.
downtime stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
So Ko goes to his teacher in the market, and starts talking to him. So you're gonna spend the 5 gold to put a day towards that.
Yeah.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Well, hang on until we get to the end of the day. But yeah, go ahead and put
Okay.
the 5 towards it.
Well, Damien's down to invest in a caravan or into some trade. And he's
So I don't really have rules on investing, but I guess we could do some kind of downtime project to set up a caravan. I would say it would probably take at least a week. I don't know. What would you roll on that? Maybe something intelligence based, since this is like a business.
Okay.
Be like investigation. Yeah, probably investigation or insight, I'll say. At the end of the week, we'll make a couple of rolls, but go ahead and start that downtime project.
All right.
And I'll say, you're using your contact for this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so put that in the resources, and I'll probably make it a little easier for you.
All right. Cool.
That will spend the contact, though, so we won't owe you a favor anymore. You'll have to carouse to get a new one.
Okay.
So, yeah, just FYI. Alright, what about the rest of you? What's okay, so Damien is talking to his people in the
Roderick
marketplace.
and Oriel that are left.
Yeah,
What's
Rog.
today, the 20th?
Yeah, so today is I mean, you should have access to the calendar, but
Yeah,
it is
the
the
20th.
20th at 9:30 a.m. currently. What is Roderick doing?
I think. I think for now he might just stay and help Damien.
Okay, so are you assisting him in his downtime project?
Yeah, I think just for now. At least for
Okay.
this day.
Alright, so for him to benefit, you would have to do it for, well, I guess you'd give him a extra day towards it. You just have to be around for when the rolls are made if you want to do any of the rolls. But okay, we'll just
Okay,
say you're
yeah, that's
helping him
fine.
here.
Yeah.
And what about Oriel?
Oriel would probably just go around the village and explore a bit and see what the others were doing. Because she's still like, this is like her second day at this
Alright,
whole
so
town,
Or
so
actually, yeah, if Oreo kind of expresses that, I actually think Roderick might offer to show her around since he grew up here.
and actually Melody would also want to accompany you. She also wants to talk with you a little bit more and kind of do some magic on you know, what you two talked about, to see what she can learn.
okay.
All right.
Yes, as Oriel would thankfully accept Roderick's offer and also agree to meet up with Melody.
All right. So the day is passing. All of you are kind of doing your side stuff. You get to the end of the 8 hours, which would be at, let's see, about 6 p.m. So go ahead and put a day of day towards your downtime projects. Melody would have examined you, Oriel, and be very confused. She says, I haven't seen scarring like this before. What created this? None of my healing efforts or salves seem to do anything for it.
A knife?
Just a normal knife?
I don't know. It looked kinda wicked and scary. It felt very, very malignant. But I'm sorry, I can't say more about it. I was very scared back then.
So don't be sorry, dear. I just wish I knew more so I could help you. I usually, I mean, wounds heal in certain ways with the aid of magic and salves and herbs, but this, I haven't encountered anything like this before. It's almost as if some sort of magic is preventing these wounds from healing. It's very it's vicious for sure, like a curse. I don't know if I can do much more for you just yet. I might have to do some research and see what I can find out.
Oriel seems to slump a little bit, but then she would try to righten herself and thank Melody. Thank you for trying anyways. I really appreciate it.
Oh, of course. And yeah, I'm not saying I can't do it, but yeah, just not with what I have now. Would Roderick be there for this? Like, would you want him to hear any of this, or would you want this to be more private?
I say that's up to
No.
Oriel. Rob
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's
push
what I
if
was.
if you asked him to step aside, he would leave and let you have the moment.
Yeah, I was asking. Yeah, like Oriel, what do you think?
She would probably glance at him, but then um
Like,
allow him to stay,
okay, so you
but
would have
not
heard
be
that then.
trembling the entire time.
All right. So you didn't ask him to leave. You just kind of talked out in
No.
the open. All right. Yeah. So Melody would, at this point, head back to her healer's shop. Um, but yeah, what do you two want to do? Any other interactions? Is Roderick going to say anything about this?
No, I don't think so. I think he's
Just kind of stoically nods and observes. All right. So go ahead.
I guess he would I guess like he'd probably stay in the room, but he would like look away if he notices that she's like kind of uncomfortable.
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead.
thank you for offering to show me the city, Roderick. I'm sorry I'm keeping you up with this healing business even more now that it didn't come out fruitful, but I appreciate it really that you came with.
No, that's perfectly fine. I say I have nothing else really going on today. I think I might have some stuff to do tonight, but happy to show you around. This is where I grew up, after all. I'm glad when people take interest in it.
In it? Here? That's nice. So you've spent all your life here? Or most of
Oh,
it?
most of it. I was in High Guard for a few years, but most of it, yes.
Oh, what's your favorite place here? I mean,
I guess mine would probably be. I mean, I kind of always liked the more rundown area. It's just where I used to, hang out a lot as a kid. Just some
sounds lovely.
fun memories from there.
All right. Yeah, I mean, there were probably parts of town. I don't know if they were really as run down. I mean, I guess
I know this area was kind of not as upkept. I think from what you said is the other parts, like the northwest area.
yeah, part of the houses being abandoned were from people dying during the attack on the outer farms. But yeah, sure, we could say maybe there are also some abandoned, rundown places there. My dog's like freaking out here. He keeps pawing me. Weirdo. Anyone else doing anything today besides your downtime stuff? Otherwise, I was just going to pass the day. Or do you want to do some... so, Blackwater did want you to go down into the tunnels below his estate and try to explore them. There is still time because it's only about 6. But, yeah, it's up to you. You can just pass the day if you want.
Oh, I'm down for that.
I think that's what I was saying. I would say once it gets darker, I'd say Roderick might try to wait at the Darkwater Inn, maybe in the private room, just to see if IR ever comes by. Just to let her know what our plans are and see if she's found anything, but yeah, I think we should look for the Dwarven ruins.
Alright. You would indeed find Iara in your camp. She would say, I haven't found anything yet, but it's only been a day. I'll continue. Now, you were asking her to infiltrate, right?
Yeah, basically see if she can get an in with them, or at the minimum, maybe just find out anything she can about the necklace. Just information on them.
She says
But
it's...
a full in would be ideal.
Well, it's been harder than I thought it would be. I've been having problems finding any Bloodhand contacts, but I'll keep working on it. There's, yeah.
Do you think you need any financial assistance with that? Do you need any gold or anything to help?
She says, well, if you wish to give me some more gold, I won't refuse it.
A DM question.
Yeah.
I don't know who the contact would be, but I also have a contact in Chaur. Can I give that to her basically
Yeah,
to help with this?
if you want to spend your contact, basically it's like calling in a favor. Like they don't leave or die or anything, but like after this you have to get a new favor by carousing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd like to spend it, basically give it to her to use for this.
he says, well, a merchant contact couldn't hurt. Maybe they can put me on the path to finding some more info. Thank you. So just make a note of that in her project that she has a contact helping her.
And I'll give her like 25 gold also in case she needs it as like a bargaining tool.
Alright, she'll take that. She says, can't hurt, and pockets it happily. Alright, anyone else?
I'm just going to buy some arrows.
Yeah, you can just buy them at book price.
20 for a gold.
So
Are
it
we planning to explore the tunnels today still, or are we going there tomorrow?
it's about 7 p.m. at this point.
So there's
Because
still time in the night, and I think that might be the best time to explore. I would think they might be more active at night, out and above, instead of waiting.
that's fair. We can go.
So I'll say you're at the Dark Water Inn at this point, like basically in your camp.
So we spent our. Sorry.
So what were you asking?
We spent our daytime activities. Should I
Yeah,
say?
so it takes 8 hours. So at this point, yeah, you'd be finished with it. But Shock would say, kind of the obvious question that I don't know if we asked yet or answered yet. What if we do find the Blood Hand down in those tunnels? Are we to engage them with lethal? Are we going to fight them? He wouldn't say lethal force. Are we going to fight them, or like? Because I know Blackwater wants us to get rid of them. Who are we helping here?
I'd say that might be something we gauge on how they react to us down here.
Well, if we're
Um,
trespassers in their territory, they're probably not going to be happy.
Which is
Whose
fair, but we
territory?
also necessarily know it is theirs. We could say we
Yeah.
found out that there was ruins in these areas, so we decided to, based on the ones we found a ways, decided to look around here as well, and we stumbled upon it.
It's maybe, although I almost feel like if we're going for positive interactions, we might want to talk to Cithril before we go invading her underground territory, right? But again, I'm not even sure who our friends in this are supposed to be. We seem like we're kind of neutral with everyone.
I'll say I don't think, at least from, me and Oriel were walking around the city. I don't think we really ever spotted Neil or anyone who looked off. They might be harder to find Cithril than we think.
All right,
Have
so
we checked the house that we've been to already? If we're looking for the Blood Hand?
you haven't been back there, no?
Well, why don't we stake that out?
But do we want to specifically find the Blood Hand, or do you just want to see what's...
We already know where they are, actually.
I would say,
Well,
well,
I just like if
that's if they decided to stay there.
Yeah, but we haven't been back, and it's our first
also-
physical clue.
also know who one of the people are, this scantily dressed fellow.
Yeah, the naked man.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be hard to find him.
Well,
I said me and Oriel were walking around the town all day.
yeah, I hadn't seen him either, Shock
It's a pretty
says.
big town. There's a lot of hiding spaces out here.
Well, I mean, it's the sun's down, the market's closing, but we could go up there and look right now if we want.
Why don't we just knock on their front door?
Well, what are we going to talk to them about?
Why they're in Chaur?
Well, I mean, we
At the, very,
already know that. They told us that last time. Did they not?
at the very least, you could tell them that Blackwater is going to have you investigating the tunnels underground, so that if you run into any of their people, that not to attack us.
If they tell us not to go down there, then what do we do?
We're
Also,
not employed by them.
The tunnels are owned by Chaur, correct?
they're not really owned by anyone. Like it sounds like Char doesn't even know they're down there. These are like old dwarven ruins that apparently have existed under the town for a long
Beneath
time.
Chaur?
Yeah.
Like if
Oh shit.
I would say I've grown from what he told me before. I grew up here and I've never known about these
Yeah, exactly.
until
all
Blackwater
we're
told
doing
us.
is all we're doing is letting Citral know and the Bloodhound knows that if we do go down there, and she does say, "Don't go down there," and we say we are going down there, so either tell your men not to attack us, leave if they see us, or if they do attack us, we're not held responsible for those people who die, and it won't affect our relationship with you because of whatever reason.
Oh, and
So we walk. So we walk into their front door where they possibly will outnumber us based on the number that we had there. Say that we're doing this whether you like it or not, and effectively threaten them.
Absolutely.
Try to
What if
be
we could also
friendly
tell the guard
first.
before we initiate this, so they can
Yeah,
be
like we're
backed
not
up?
going to say we're going there now, but it's more like a warning saying that we are going to be going down there. So if you don't want us to run into your people, just make sure they avoid us. We're
Put
not
some
going to go
pressure on
looking
them.
for you.
Get some movement.
Yeah, I mean they want to have us as friends, which will mean that they're not going to actively endanger the friendship over tunnels if all we're doing is looking around.
Go ahead.
Ultimately,
I want to give Oriel a chance to speak as well. What were you saying?
I don't really know what you guys are talking about. Why couldn't we just ask them if you just go into the tunnels and if they could give us like some escort or something so they'd know that we're friends? If they want to be friends from what I've understood so far. Or am I wrong?
So it seems like there is a conflict between Blackwater and these Bloodhand. One of the reasons he wants you to find these tunnels is to possibly start hostile actions against them, because they have what is it? They have one of the pieces that he wants, and he claims they stole it from him. Kind of the same reason why the group was going against the Iron Tide is because they also had a piece he wanted.
Is Iara here for this conversation as well, or will she be gone?
That makes me even more confused. Because why was Damien so adamant in defending them than earlier? Was it Damien?
Oliver.
No, it was Oliver.
Oliver.
It was Oliver.
Why did you want to defend them so much? Do you have
city-
another agency?
Yeah, even the mayor wants them out.
Yeah.
Right, I don't have. Okay, fine. I don't have a connection to them. No. But there is a thing of we are eventually going to have to make a decision on who we want to side with. Now, if we can't trust Blackwater, until we make the decision, we shouldn't close any avenue that we can go down. Going against the Bloodhound effectively closes us off from that path, but the problem is we don't know if we can trust Gale and Blackwater yet. So until we've made a decision on who we want to ally with, we should try keeping everyone
Who's the
in
bigger
a nice
threat?
place.
I mean, if we want to ally with either.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like either of them. But
So
who's the biggest threat?
In my eyes, from what we've known, in my opinion, Galen is the biggest threat because he was the one who initially brought the Iron Tide here, who have done the most damage. I mean, yes, if the Bloodhand are stealing things and some people are going missing, it still seems like it's less than what damage the Iron Tide has done.
Oriel, you were gonna say something?
It's alright. It's just they all seem bad, to be honest. I mean, aside from the mayor, I think, but she's also no noble.
I would agree, Shock says. We have slavers, we have a lying nobleman, and we have a bunch of murderous criminals. He
So let's
says,
get rid of the strongest one first.
what are these pieces that they're trying to assemble? It's for some sort of treasure, isn't it?
Supposedly.
And we should maybe find out what said treasure does once it is assembled, because if it does give someone, I don't know, let's say omnipotency, it might be not a good idea to give it into the hands of some megalomaniac or a corrupt
Whoa.
party or I don't know
What are these
who.
words?
Corrupt party,
Well-
Shock says. I don't know if
Yeah,
I.
like
Oh, you're not talking about us. Okay. It's like,
no, I'm talking about evil people. You guys are nice.
oh,
Why would
thank
I
you.
call you corrupt?
Well, I don't know.
Also,
We were the only
maniac.
party here, so but anyway.
I mean parties as in
He means the blood hand or
groups.
Oh, I
Exactly.
see.
black.
Yes.
I see.
And megalomaniac means very arrogant, full of himself person who only listens to his own advice and is very, very dangerous.
Shock kind of side eyes Oliver a little when you say that. Oh, sorry.
Well-
Yes, I'm sorry. I misunderstood you. My apologies. He says.
Yes, I know I have a bit of a peculiar vocabulary, but that happens if you're like
Oh, what?
in a tower.
What are all these big words?
Sorry.
You
I'm
see-
trying
Small word,
to
you
It's
good.
like
say
there's
more
smoke.
words.
There's smoke coming out of Co's ears right now. He's like,
Oliver's gonna rub his temple and just go, "Oh my god, I'm surrounded by illiterate people."
I'm not literate.
No, not you, Oriella. You are very literate. You are very good with language. I meant the others.
Shock.
You're
Well,
not.
at this point, Shock would say, "Well, I think it would be difficult to go against all three of these factions. I mean, Blackwater is pretty loved and respected by the town because of all his all the funds and resources he gives to them.
I was gonna remark about the servant he talked to and how happy they were. 'Cause they seem super like confident in Galen that he treats them really well. They're
Yeah,
happy.
Leave it.
I would
Mushy,
like
blah,
to
blah,
bring
blah.
up. I would like to bring up that he hasn't always been super into politics. So when the mayor mentioned that he's been getting into it recently, it's a bit odd.
What
You-
could
Go
be
ahead.
the reason for it?
That I don't know. Probably what hides in the vaults underneath Isik.
You think something or someone is manipulating him?
I mean, it's possible because he wasn't always like this.
Like what?
Like he chose to opt out of the politics.
Well, perhaps he just.
Blackwater.
I mean, nobles, they seem to gravitate towards politics like flies to shit. Maybe he just saw the usefulness in becoming more political and embraced it.
Or maybe, I don't know anything about him, but maybe he could be a puppet for someone else if he was more bookish and more study oriented. It might be that someone maybe corrupted him or is controlling him somehow out of the shadows. Evil people are very, very capable of doing bad things.
That is true.
Not sure how we'd even look into something like that. Are any of you magic inclined? Any telltale signs from him that something like this might be happening?
I mean, nothing obvious, but I've never had a detect magic up around him. I don't know if he's under any effects, but nothing obvious.
I haven't even met him yet.
Oh, well, when we go speak with him to show us where these runes are, either today or tomorrow, you could put a detect magic on and see.
And, go ahead.
I could, but could I hide behind someone? I really, really don't like nobles.
I mean, I can also do it as well, Oriel, so... No need to worry if you would like to stay outside again.
Thank you.
Shock says,
If he's showing us where we need to go, we'll have to go into his house, which means she'll have to follow at some point.
Like, well, Ko is a pretty big guy. You could probably hide behind him.
yeah, maybe just stay quiet. But I was going to say, if we make enemies of the Blood Hand, that's no easy thing either. They have resources all over the Empire, and there's the loss of like any of their black markets and the supplies they could get us, if we decide to turn against them.
Now, as far as I know, each chapter of the Blood Hand works independently from one another.
Says they do, but they know each other's enemies from what I know. Like if you go against one of the hands and they tell the others, like they will be not necessarily hunting you, but definitely keeping an eye out for you, possibly causing trouble.
Here becomes my issue with
Like me.
Yeah, I mean, Ko could tell you about that, Shock says. He knows how the Blood Hand works, being a former member.
You were part of them?
It was super uncomfortable.
He like squirms a bit, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't want to make you uncomfortable. Also, there must be a reason because why you left. So I'm sorry.
Anyway,
so as a former member recently left, how trustworthy or how much did they keep to their promises or their oath? Like, if they
as
agreed
long
to
as the
do
promises led to gold, they don't care either way.
something, would they betray you for gold? That's what I'm asking.
Absolutely. Without a
Okay,
second
so then no.
thought.
Well, they wouldn't always. If they thought you were a useful resource, they wouldn't necessarily burn bridges just for gold. I'll say that. Like you would know that, not that
Right,
they
all the
like.
power.
Yeah, like they saw the value in having friends, and in some places, like friends are even more valuable than gold, or just skilled
Right.
mercenaries. So they wouldn't necessarily like stick a dagger in your back just to get some gold. Like for the most part, they have a good reputation of upholding their contracts and agreements.
They have their own moral compass.
Yeah, exactly. They weren't just like cutthroat, like whatever assassins or anything.
Okay, so
But trustworthy? Probably not. Maybe.
Only
Depending on if
they
you
were.
benefit them.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're trustworthy if they see a benefit to being your ally. So if you like have skills or something that makes you like valuable to their organization, like they're not just gonna like screw with you, basically.
I do have a question.
Ori would ask the group, who does know that we have that thing in that bag? Whatever it is, whatever it does. That part of the dagger, is it right?
Us and her
Borkard.
boss, yeah. According to Ayara, her boss.
If I don't know if it's not something we want to use in the future, maybe the safest way would be to, I don't know, destroy it.
So a quick reminder also, that dagger, which at the time I don't think your group knew that the dagger was being secretly transported with the caravan, right? Like you didn't find that out till later.
No.
But now that you knew what that was, originally the Bloodhand faction of Highguard had it. Because remember, your guy kind of stole it and escaped from there with Ko and the dagger, if you remember that.
Yes.
So the Bloodhand might know about it. In fact, maybe Sithril was originally somehow involved in finding that dagger on the black
so
markets.
quick question. So the Bloodhound found the dagger. Blackwater tried to get the dagger spirited away from the Bloodhound.
Yeah,
and
probably
leave it
when
to
the
Chaur.
what's it called? The relationship between Blackwater and the Bloodhand soured. That's probably when he had someone steal it from them and try to get it to Chaur. But it was intercepted by the Iron Tide Iara.
Because Sithro
And
allegedly
then
stole the ring.
Galen hired the Iron Tide.
Well, they were already working for him. They were excavating those ruins, looking for.
So they
it's-
offhand intercepted the Bloodhand people.
You're assuming they must have
So
known
that-
about it somehow.
Well, I
So
think
effectively
I think the point they intercepted it, they already considered him betraying them, because otherwise, why would they?
Yeah, at that point, you
Intercepted.
assume all the relationships were soured between the three
Okay, so
factions.
in theory, this is the timeline that we know of. Galen hired the Iron Tide and the Blood Hand. They all started doing their own thing. The Iron Tide dug up a ring, an amulet, and a ring. The ring was going to be handed over to Blackwater, but those people got attacked, and he somehow still got the ring, even though the person who gave him the ring is dead.
I think.
Bloodhand,
Well, Blackwater
the
actually got the ring.
Yeah, he has the ring.
yeah, Blackwater got the ring, but it was by the Iron Tide were going to give him the ring. His people got ambushed, and it got that stolen. But then he had an Iron Shadow who stole the ring back to give to him. But when we asked about questioning that Iron Shadow, he said the Iron Shadow was dead.
Steel Shadow.
Which is really, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little fishy, his explanation on that.
And then the Blood Hand got the amulet from someone.
You're not sure how they got
And
it, because
then-
you didn't really ask Sithril about that.
And then the Blood Hand found the dagger. And as the dagger was being stolen from the Blood Hand and transported to Chaur for Blackwater, the Iron Tide stole the
Intercepted.
dagger.
Yes.
Yes.
And then we got that.
So, yeah, and then we've got the dagger. He's got the
And I don't think...
ring.
Did Orkard tell you what these three pieces do?
They're
I don't think
keys
we
to
know.
all-
Oh, he did tell
It's
you?
called the key trifecta.
It was Galen who told us.
Okay, so at some point, and I'm assuming you're all kind of talking about this in the evening, but at some point, yeah, Galen told you that these three items were ancient keys to a vault under the old city of Issyk, which is currently infested with undead.
If there's any
This-
money
I
there, sorry, go ahead.
No, you first. Sorry.
Kind of giving Oriella a catch-up since she was not here for any of those initial games and all these explanations.
If there's money to be had, we could use it to make Chaur better, or maybe rebuild Issyk itself.
Well,
There's artifacts that we don't know about. We could always turn it into the Phoenix Guild.
yeah, from what Blackwater said, this vault probably contains magics from the old world, ancient artifacts and powers that can't be replicated with modern studies of the arcane and just modern magics. This would be like a lot of lost stuff from like ancient civilizations. This vault, which is why he's so interested in it.
So here comes down to the rub, and this is what I'm trying to get at here. Who are the people we trust that would stick to the word they give us, that we're going to work together and not try and betray us for everything? Because we already know Galen has betrayed at least one faction he made a deal with, possibly two. So,
Damien will start counting out loud and pointing to each one as he does, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
the Blood Hand, as far as we're aware, haven't. They might have, but we're not 100% sure. And the Iron Tide haven't.
But they're
So
slavers.
here's my question.
They're slavers, but
Yeah,
they've been the
yeah.
most
Yeah.
trustworthy
Yeah.
Yeah,
and like
and
honorable, oddly enough.
Yeah, so the question's this.
Interesting.
Who is it? The question is this. Who do we trust to keep their word in working in partnership with them? Because just personally, if we ally with Blackwater, I'm going to be checking my pockets every time we leave his room and making sure I have a plan for if he betrays us to cut his head off. Just personally.
Wait, what? I didn't hear you.
Do you think?
He's saying he's gonna be
basically-
checking his pockets when he leaves the estate.
Yeah, and waiting to see if he's betrayed us and come up with a plan to cut his head off if he did.
Oh,
I feel like we are back at square one where we just need more information.
That's what I say. Yeah, Robert would like to turn to IR and ask if she investigated the building that he told her about last night.
Oh, which building was that?
The one we met the Blood Hand in the last time. He told her about that last night as the starting point.
He says, "Yeah, I looked around there. The building was empty when I got there, though I did notice kind of a suspicious figure creeping around. He didn't see me, but I'm pretty sure it was a Blood Hand contact, maybe keeping an eye out. Perhaps waiting for someone to show up."
Sounds like
Cool.
they might have
Let's
been
go and
waiting
ask
for
him.
us. That sounds like they might have specifically been waiting for us to show up.
She
Shall
said,
we go knock
sounds
the
like-
door?
"But yeah, I didn't
She
go
just
in the
said they're not
building.
there.
I just I didn't see anyone through the windows, so they may have moved if that was their base before."
We're gonna knock the door.
Well, she just said they're not there. So like, if they're not there,
Oh,
we'd
there was
rather
somebody there.
Says-
someone
If we don't
trying
knock the
to
door.
hide and not be noticed. So
Yeah.
we would just be walking into an ambush. So either way, if we're walking into an ambush, I think we should do the one that gives us more information, which is searching the ruins, so that we can
Well,
either find them or don't. But we have information about the place we don't know about.
she says, "I don't know if it was an ambush. They may have just been watching the area. But yeah, it didn't seem like they were using that house. Like, I didn't want to go inside because I didn't want to... That would have probably alerted someone, but yeah. From the
Yeah,
outside...
so not necessarily an ambush immediately, but if we go there, walk in, word gets sent.
Yeah,
People could come.
the guy watching the place, I'm not sure what he's doing there, but I can almost guarantee that was one of their people. He was also trying to hide, like me, but obviously humans are not as good as Drow at hiding in the dark.
How,
She smiles.
I guess Ko would turn to Roderick since he lived here. How long has that church in the northeast corner been cursed and dead?
Before I was born, before a lot of people were born, very long
Okay.
time.
And that's prior to the Blackwater estate?
Yes.
I don't DM. Okay, yeah. Prior to that as well. Yeah.
The church, and you could tell them
Can't
this
remember.
because
Place to
you
put your manor.
being
Did
a
I write down?
so being a local, you'd know a few things about the church. It is part of Old Chaur. There was a Chaur that existed here and was destroyed about 100 years ago through a kind of fierce barbarian attack. And the only structures that survived were the dwarven ones and the cursed church. The church was kind of cursed even from before that attack, but yeah, for whatever reason, probably because the barbarians who did go there just went crazy, the church was kind of left alone. And it's just kind of been there. Even when they rebuilt Chaur in this area, the church just remained kind of untapped. Because everyone, this goes nuts if they go there, so they've just avoided it. Even
but yeah, it's been cursed for longer than any of this was even thought of.
there was one point where
Weird place
the
to put it.
oh yeah, it was probably an odd place to put your estate right near it. But at one point, the what's her name, the Crimson
protects us.
Blade. The magic defenders and the magical military part of the Phoenix Guild tried to do something about the church, but even they failed, so they kind of just left it for now, waiting to
Yeah,
try to figure something else out.
Yeah, I have that note that they said fuck that shit.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of been there for a long time, and everyone just leaves it be. And actually, let's do a break. Because I'm going to take my dog out. He keeps pawing at me. I think he needs to pee. Let's do 10 minutes, and I'll be back in 10 minutes from now.
Alright.
You guys can keep RPing if you want, but yeah, just give me a bit. Oh, where did Oriel go?
I'm here.
I don't see you in roll 20.
Oh, oh yeah, it's. Sorry. I should.
No worries.
Again. Should work now, hopefully.
Are we back yet?
Yeah, is everyone here?
Oh, sorry.
Yep.
Alright, looks like it. Alright, so... Yeah, it's evening time. You were just discussing the Blood Hand base. What does the group want to do?
More information? Yeah.
Yeah, Shock's main point was, originally, if we, go down into these tunnels and encounter the Blood Hand, that might be considered like a hostile act to be going into their area, especially from Blackwater's area.
Well,
Yeah, but if it's just
the
the tunnels,
mayor
I'm
wants
sure.
them gone. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
No, you're good. Go ahead, Damien.
I was gonna say. Well, the mayor wants them gone. Galen wants them gone. We want something that they have. So, whether we take them out hot with hostilities or by talking to them, we just need them out.
So our plan is to take them out.
If we have to. I got no problem with it.
Alright. I just wanted to, just to get an idea of where we stood, Shock says.
Just
Alright.
can't let them continue their criminal ways in this.
We are supposed to be the protectors of Chaur.
Oh, sorry, Oliver, I just realized you spent the day doing some information gathering. Give me a persuasion check. This would be an 8-hour check, so you can't really alter it. Alright, well. So you would find out that over the last month or so, there have been what seems like mostly smaller kind of petty crimes where things have gone missing. Nothing like muggings or anything violent, but it seems like someone has been stealing from the merchants. They haven't been able to do much about it because of the attacks on Chaur. The guards have been stretched thin, but a lot of stuff has gone missing.
Maybe we should find out who's behind those robbings first.
Did Oliver share that with us?
Yeah, would you share that with the group, Oliver?
Yeah, no, I tell everyone. I'd tell everyone that I don't think it's the Bloodhound because I don't see why they'd be robbing merchants for little bits, but...
Last I heard, they were harassing the merchants.
No, we heard someone was harassing the merchants. We never knew who. Just the mayor's bumped it to the Bloodhound because she doesn't like them.
No, this was before.
Bloodhound are like one of the first people that pops into mind. That would be the ones robbing merchants.
I mean, it arguably makes sense. I'm not saying it's not them, but
That's where the concentration
merchants-
of goods is.
that exactly, the most worthwhile stuff in this town comes in from the merchants.
Yeah, from their
can make
stores
money
and
off water.
storage.
Or Blackwater, but Blackwater is heavily protected.
He is pretty fortified.
Alright, so I just wanted to give you that little side note of what you found out. They don't know who's taking it, obviously, but the people would have told you about these mysterious thefts. You might have to employ investigation to get more details at this point.
Okay.
Or have someone who is good at investigating, maybe like look around and see if they find any clues. But in the meantime, apologies. Do we want to do the tunnels tonight, or are we going to wait till tomorrow? What's the consensus?
I'm fine with either tonight or tomorrow.
Well, I can't decide. You guys gotta tell me.
I mean, I would say may as well just do it tonight, unless anyone has any
Yeah.
specific reason
now's
not
fine.
to.
Alright, let's do it.
All
Not
right.
waste the time.
So you head over to the Blackwater estate.
we doing this whole detect magic thing before we go in?
If our plan is to go talk to him, then yeah, I guess before I go, I would do a detect magic ritual.
So when you get there, you're allowed access, and in the main hall, you would be approached. Did you meet this person? I think you met this person. You would be...
Father Duval?
Who?
Father Duval?
No, no. You would be approached. Let's see. Yeah, you've seen her. By the elf that Lord Blackwater put you in contact with. The high elf. Oh, this is an old picture. All right. Well, she is kind of his main research assistant, who he said would take you down into the tunnels. She would say, "I don't believe we've met formally. I'm Lyra." An elven wizard of specialty in lore mastery and ancient history. I'm very excited to work with you all. I've heard how much you've done for the town, and you seem like really, really good people. She smiles.
Damien Blackwater at your service, and I shake her hand.
So you would probably give me an insight check, everyone. DC 10. You probably would all get this.
My passive is higher.
Right. Well, you would be a little surprised. Generally, for those of you who know anything about high elves, they're usually very like aloof and kind of dispassionate when talking to kind of other races. But she seems very friendly and interested in meeting you. It's just a interesting juxtaposition. She says, "Are we ready to go down into the tunnels, or did you all need time to prepare?"
I'm ready when everyone else is.
I
Look.
think we're all ready.
Alright.
Excellent. She smiles and says, "All right, let's go down then. We will have to go through Blackwater's basement, but that will only be a moment." So I'll give you... Let me see. Yeah, I'll let you walk through this area just because it might be relevant later.
Yay.
Oh, that's right, I have the party order and everything. Alright, so we'll be starting here. Although the order is kind of reversed. I guess it's not that important. So you come down the stairs into the basement area. A bunch of torches everywhere. Lyra would kind of start walking down the hallway and say, "Follow me, please." She kind of walks this way. I guess, I probably should use the party token. Oh well. Here, why don't we do that? If we get into a battle, I can figure out your order, but let me just put the party token on. So she would lead you down the hall here. You should be able to move the party token. And she would open the south door, heading into a fairly large, almost looks like some kind of laboratory area. Coming down this way, she comes to this door here and will open it. I mean, let me know if you're doing anything or saying anything.
Who's
There.
the devil over there?
So, in this room right now, there is a. It doesn't look like a devil. Sorry, the picture's a little off, but it just looks like a robed figure who is looks like mixing some either components or some kind of chemicals together. Like he's basically doing alchemy. He wouldn't take much notice of you, just sort of continue what he's doing and maybe give a quick glance to the group, then go back to the mixing. Lyra would say, Blackwater has quite the extensive lab area, does he not? And she smiles as she just keeps walking this way. Into...
Would
Go ahead.
probably ask.
was co-scanning everything.
Researching.
She says,
I'm
well,
scanning everything.
the people here, I believe, are working on some potions for our journey. I don't know how much Blackwater has told you, she says as she walks into the library, but I believe once we get what we need, we do intend to travel to Issyk, and that will require quite a bit of resources. So our time is being used to create things like potions and maybe some other protective magics, as you know, Issyk is quite dangerous.
Is she truthful about it only being like protective?
Give me an active insight.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah,
they
so
say.
suspicious
Best
as
defense
well.
is a good offense.
So you believe that she believes what she's telling you.
Okay.
You don't think she's being deceptive. Like, she's probably, whether or not it's true, this is what she believes is being worked on here. But she would continue to lead you south through the library. Towards a door down there. Sorry, give me one moment.
We didn't spot Galen at all throughout.
No, he doesn't seem like he's down here. But she opens the door, and in this south room, you see what look like a bunch of mercenaries camped out in front of a portcullis that is currently down. A large, heavy iron grate. And it's kind of looking out into a hallway. They would turn and greet Lyra, and she says, things have been quiet, I hope. And he says, yeah, no disturbances. Nothing's come from the halls. She says, excellent. Well, I'm just bringing our friends here into the area, so keep up the good work. And she smiles, and they say, yeah, sure. They would get on the chains, which have a padlock. They unlock it, and using the rope, they pull the portcullis up, letting you out into the hallway beyond. Immediately, you would possibly note something. History check, DC 15. Anyone who wants to.
Well, unfortunate.
Alright, so Oliver and Roderick, the architecture of these halls is much different than the architecture of the basement you just kind of came out of. You think that these halls were built by someone else. Possibly a dwarven construction, very old. Would make sense with the rest of the stuff in the area. But you are dwarves. But yeah, so you enter into the tunnels, and enter into a new area. Oh wait, where's my map? Where's my map? There it is. So there are quite a few hallways, and you believe as the path slopes that you're getting pretty deep underground. Actually, before I do that, let me just make sure. Oh yeah, give me one moment. Right. So you should kind of see the, I want to say overland map, but it's more like an underland map since you're underground. You begin traveling into these halls. Lyra has a map. She says, we know some things about these old ruins. We've had a little bit of time to explore them, but there are still many tunnels we haven't been down. And we found several groups of undead down here. So be cautious. Something about these tunnels, something has caused these undead to inhabit them, and I have a feeling we might encounter some. So just be careful. So to help navigate, I need survival checks. I'll take up to 2 of them from the group.
Oh, that's me and Oreo.
Yes.
Alright, navigating the caves.
Well, do you need me?
Oh, well. I mean, you can roll. You're helping her. Alright,
Hey.
so the 2 of you are doing quite well navigating. And of course, you have Lyra's map, which I'll say would give you advantage, but you probably don't even need it. So you're going through the area. When I'll say Oriel, with your passive perception, you would notice a couple of things. One of the side halls, as you pass by, you hear a very faint noise that almost sounds like a fire burning, and there's a slight amount of heat coming from this side hallway. It doesn't look like the map goes that way. Here, I'll mark it where you kind of detect it. But yeah, it definitely seems like something out of the ordinary.
It's warmer over there, and there seems to be a fire burning.
She would point in that general direction.
Lyra kind of
Nice.
stops and looks at the map. She says, huh, I don't have anything marked for this area.
Take a look.
She says, well, this isn't where we're headed. Do you want to explore here instead? This is still kind of the area that, well, we haven't explored this, but this, I don't suspect we'll find any of the blood hand over here. But if you wish to explore it, we can take a detour.
Nobody else?
I'm fine with
say-
whatever.
I say,
fine either way.
Roger would speak up and say, I think getting the most information on this place is useful, so I think we should probably at least check it out.
It's all right. Let's go this way then. She says, this is always exciting, finding new places in these tunnels. So you head down the hallway, and as you get deeper into this area, it's definitely getting hotter. Like, you guys are now feeling the heat. And it seems like up ahead, as you turn a corner, you see light and hear what sounds like fire burning. What do you want to do?
Carefully take a look. A little peeking action.
A little
A little
peeky
look-see.
A looksy doodle.
Looksy doodle. All right. So you're all going, I assume?
Let's do it.
Okay. So you come into a new area. Which, hang on, I'll change the map over. And down the hall, from you. Alright, hang on. Does anyone have light sources right now?
Probably whatever Lyra brought.
Oh, Lyra's an elf, but we'll say she has a torch. But this area seems lit up as it's been partially flooded with lava. You would see, like, down the hallway, the walls have kind of been destroyed, and there's like a bunch of bubbling and popping of magma kind of flooding into the hallway up ahead. Lyra would say, "Oh, that's not safe." I don't know if we should keep going this way. It seems dangerous.
I don't want to fall into lava, guys.
I like it warm, but not that warm, to be honest.
So Oriel, actually, and I'll say Rogric too, you notice something strange now that you're a little bit closer. It seems like there's something shiny coming from the lava. You're still too far away, but there's like a glinting. You're not sure if it's in the lava itself or maybe like on a rock on the lava, but something's going on over there.
Why is the lava glittering?
Sorry, what?
And Oreo would ask the party.
Why is the lava glittering?
I don't see anything.
Lyra squints. She's like, "Is it?"
Over there!
And she would point in that direction.
And Lyra says, "Should we get closer? I don't see anything. Just have to be cautious."
Oreo would walk closer.
All right. So as you can go ahead and move yourselves, but as you start to get closer, you can give me active checks. I'll say like, yeah. How close are you getting?
I'm not gonna cross the cracks, but I'm gonna pull up and just kind of see.
So you get to the cracked area.
Pull up right here.
With Ko together.
Survival might tell you something about the floor here. Or if you're dwarven, you can make a wisdom check.
20.
Heyo.
Alright, so you do a quick examination of the floor. You think that this floor is definitely unsound. That said, you think if you stick to the edges, you should be able to move across it without issue.
Sorry, guys, I've got this. I get my 10-foot pole, and I'm just kidding.
10-foot pole.
Is it in the bag of
Time
holding?
to shine. I don't know, probably. It's
You should
somewhere.
be careful, because if you step in the middle, you might break in. So maybe keep to the sides. That should be safer.
Gonna pull waltz across.
Yeah, you're not pole. It's like multi-purpose. You should just get polearm mastery.
Alright? I should at this point.
Alright, so make an active perception now that you all are closer. So... guidance. So Oriel, with a 19, now that you're closer, yeah, there's like what looks like a piece of rock kind of on top of the lava there, and what looks like a small golden ring on top of it.
Golden ring in the fire.
That's peculiar.
Do we want that?
Alright.
Do we want to do this right now?
Alright, here you go, Ko. Good luck. Gonna hand you the 10-foot pole.
Lyra says, well, that's certainly peculiar. A ring made of gold would almost certainly melt in such temperatures.
How far away from us is it?
It is here, so... yeah, about that far, 50, 60 feet.
Yeah, it's too far from me.
So I have the. Am I holding the 10-foot pole now?
Yes. Wait,
Sure.
Lyra, you're an Arcanist, aren't you?
Ko's gonna smack the ground with a 10-foot pole.
Alright, and, like, on the edge here?
Like here. Like here, yeah.
Oh, in the middle? So, there'd probably be some cracking if you smack the ground. It's still sturdy enough that it's holding. But yeah, the edges, now that you've done this, the edges definitely seem more resilient than the middle.
Is it cracking like it's gonna break away, or like something's like? Is there any heat coming from this area?
From under the cracks, you don't think so. I mean, it's like right now, it's like super hot in this whole place. Like you're all probably sweating because of how much heat's coming off the lava. So it's hard to tell if more heat is coming from underground. But you don't see any light or anything coming through the cracks. Sorry, what were you asking, Lyra?
Oh yeah, like you're an Arcanist, are you not?
Says I'm, a magic user, yes.
Do you have any ways to get that ring without, getting in danger?
And she taps her chin. She says, no, I know there are cantrips that could do it fairly easily. Unfortunately, I have not, do not have any.
Wait, really? You don't? No, just like mage hand, a fake hand, just like, really? Like, it's one of the first things I taught, but I can only go 30 feet.
She says, well, why don't you just get a little closer and use your mage hand then?
Because I couldn't get close enough, I'd have to go across the cracks, and that is not happening. I'm not risking my life for gold.
Can't you just cast it and then move the mage hand?
Then you have to
Doesn't
move
it fly?
30 feet.
Yeah, but it can just like freely travel, right?
No, it vanishes if it's more than 30 feet away from me.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not Baldur's Gate.
I mean, the edges are safe. You can just walk across.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ko's gonna go ahead and do that.
Okay. I'll just try the first one. See what
Yeah, I mean, it cracks a little, but it seems like it's secure. Ko, give me a con save. It's really hot over here, even within
I was
10
wondering.
feet.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Ugh. All right, you are being
Nice.
overwhelmed by the heat. You would suffer 5 fire damage. As yeah, it's really hot. You're like you're burned a little, just like you're in a boiling pot or something.
Can I
All the
jump?
hot air. Yeah. You gonna hop over
How
to
far
there?
is my? Yeah, I was like,
You
how
can
far is my
jump
jump
up
away?
to your strength score as long as you have a running start.
Then I'll mage hand and get the ring.
Okay, I'll just continue my shuffling then and get over here.
All right. So you cast Mage Hand and pick up the ring. As you do so, the lava starts to bubble and hiss, and
Oh.
something
Oh, for
happens.
fuck's sake. Run away! I'm gonna fidget back.
To what you first thought was just a bubble of lava suddenly turns into almost like a huge humanoid shape as creatures climb forth from the fire. Give me initiative rolls. Lyra says, fire elementals! Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
thank you for that. I never would have noticed.
Oh gods! What happened to the
Hey,
initiative
Lord
tracker?
Almighty.
Why is it all weird and white? Oh well. Alright, so as these creatures rise from the lava, steam and bubbles like hissing all around them, the first to act is going to be Ko. First thing I need is a con save, because you're still within the danger heat area. DC 10. Alright, so this time you resist, taking no fire damage, but it is really hot here. What do you want to do?
Are we fighting these? Ko's gonna shout back.
Smack him!
He's in a rage.
Alright, you
Say
fly into a rage, and that's your bonus action. What else are you doing?
I'm gonna give him a couple whacks for Damien's advice.
Whack him. Whack him whole time, baby.
One thing to be aware of, you know that your rage damage, or your rage does not have fire damage.
Yes. That's okay.
Alright, so you go charging up this thing. 13 is its AC, so that would just hit. Smacking it. Now, is your weapon magical?
Don't think so. No. Nope.
Alright, so you only seem to hit it for 7 damage. It seems like it is resistant to your weapon. As your hammer hits it and kind of splats it a little, but it didn't seem to take full damage. Second attack.
Reminiscent of something else.
Alright, another maul strike. Does another 6 damage. You've certainly angered it. Anything else?
Nope.
Alright, so your turn would end. Damien.
I'm going to yell at Ko, your magical halberd. Ko, use your magical halberd.
Is it magical?
Yeah, +1 halberd. And then I'll take 2 sharpshooters at this one.
Okay.
Sharpshooter. 18.
Yeah, 18 will strike it. So it takes no fire damage, but it would take the 22 bow shot damage, which really seemed to anchor it.
And then I'll shoot it again.
Oh, no.
I will precision.
Alright, so you need to hit an AC of 15 to hit it because of cover. Or wait, do you ignore cover?
I ignore cover, yes.
Alright, so then you need a 1, so that would automatically hit, which you rolled. Doing another 15. Is your arrow. Oh, these arrows are all destroyed, by the way. The ones that are hitting them. They just burn up.
That's fair, yeah. And I will end my turn.
Alright, that's it for you. Oliver.
They took no fire damage, then, right?
What?
They took no fire?
Yeah, no, they don't take any fire damage. They seem to be immune to it, which makes sense since they just came out of a boiling pool of lava.
Hey, lava could be different, right?
What do you want to do, Oliver?
I'm gonna move there. Fuck, which is alright, cool.
I need a con save from you.
Yep.
DC 10. Alright, so you just managed to make the con save, taking no fire damage.
Then I am going to, for my action, cast Armor of... Oh, hang on, do I want to do that? No, we're going to do this. I will do Armor of Agatha, but at 2nd level.
So just FYI, the mage hand is still kind of floating there with the ring.
Yeah.
But you said you cast Armor of Agathis level 5?
2.
Or 2? Alright, so you gain some temp HP.
It's 10. Okay, and then I need to remind myself what it is to move. The actual bonus. You can use the hand to make the object.
Alright, any bonus action?
choose the hand lasts for the duration. So the hand vanishes if you once you say that you can use your actions. Oh, you can use your actions to control. Cool. And I will give Co Bardic Inspiration
Okay.
my bonus action, and that's it.
So Ko is inspired. Oriel.
Ariel would cast a moonbeam at the right, at the left fire elemental.
Alright, so go ahead and place where you want the moonbeam. And mark yourself as concentrating. As you summon down a large beam of radiant energy. Oh, and go ahead and link the spell. Alright, so that is a 5. So it's a 5-foot radius. So I think that would be like a 10-foot circle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it would be 5 feet in each direction from the center. God, you're so gross, dog. What are you doing? Yeah, there you go. Alright, so he is bathed in radiant energy as you concentrate on the spell. Anything else?
That's it for me.
Alright, so next up, Rogric. What do you want to do?
So I'm going to.
You can barely see the creature right now. His AC would be 17 against you as he has heavy cover.
Okay. I'm gonna move here.
Okay.
I also just noticed Lyra's not on the board. I don't know if she's supposed to be or not.
She's in the background. Shock is here.
Yeah, there no.
Oh,
If you want to pull Shock out.
yeah, I can do that. I'll forget about Shock. Shock, I mean, I would never forget about you, Shock.
He's on a smoke break.
Yeah, he's on a smoke.
Slacking.
Blacking.
I would go ahead and cast Bless. And I would target Ko, Oliver, and Damien.
Okay. So you chant summoning holy energies, making several of your party members blessed. Concentrating on the spell. Go ahead and, those of you who are blessed, give yourself the bless icon. Anything else, Rob? That was your action.
Yes. I'm going to then. Just gonna go ahead and move here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna move here. And that'll be it.
Alright, go ahead. Take Shock's turn. What's he gonna do?
Shock will probably just move forward. He'll probably even dash to get next to Ko.
Alright.
Him out.
Give me a con save.
Shock is good at that, right? Saving throw his Constitution. Well,
Oh, no. He takes 5 points of damage.
that's
So the creature goes. It is going to get all flamey.
Play me, oh Hotman.
And it
Hey,
moves
hey, this is this reference.
right through you three. So all three of you take 5 points of fire damage, and you are all on fire now. As it just goes
This
right through you.
doesn't. Oh, this doesn't trigger
Thumbs up and roll,
the
everybody.
armor of Agathis, does it?
No, because it's not an attack.
Incredible.
Incredible.
It
How
would
much damage again?
5 points,
Oh, and we're on
Okay.
fire.
and you are burning.
How does
Which
that work with the armor of Agathis, considering like it's meant to be chilled thing? Does it do anything?
well, it doesn't do any, like, it would just take it like temp HP, but it doesn't like have any reaction to the fire, because it doesn't.
No, I was gonna. Does it put it out because it's cold? That's what I was.
It would not. So you would still be on
Okay.
fire. You would have to use an action to douse it. But it's going to continue moving, giving Ko and Olivar and Oppie if you want to use your reactions.
Oh, I'm gonna smack him. Actually, yeah, I'll smack him.
Alright, so
Yeah.
you spend your reaction. Oh, yeah, 25 will strike it. Doing 4 points of damage.
Alright, cool. Remind me again. If he's moving through me and I have Warcaster and I Eldritch Blast, is that at disadvantage because he's moving through me, or not because he's moving away from me?
At this point, he would proc it in that square, so that would be a disadvantage if you're doing a ranged attack.
Okay, cool.
Because basically, he
just
procs
doing
it right here. Because he's moving
No,
out.
that's fine. I just couldn't remember which way it worked. Okay, cool. We're gonna Booming Blade him.
14 will strike, wreathing him in thunder damage.
Then L is just 1d8.
Yeah. Oh. So he takes, and this is a non-magical sword, right?
Oh, it is magical because it's my Hex Blade.
Oh, it's your X-Blade. So he would take 17 and become wounded. Angered by this, and because now he is booming, he's going to turn towards you and take a flaming swipe at you. A bunch of hisses as he does a multi-attack. 17 would just miss you.
That misses.
24 would not. So
No, that hits.
that would hit you, burning you for 7 fire damage.
Right.
And he's going to
He
take some
takes
cold.
10 he takes 10 cold damage because I did it at second level. That
Okay.
gets rid of my armor of Agathis, and then down to 5. Well, that goes. He's passing over to -2.
Alright, so yeah, you take 2 points of damage.
Cool.
This one over here goes. So he is going to fly straight at Blackwater. Wait, hang on. How smart is this guy? He's not all that bright. Oh, but yeah, no, he would try to set everyone on fire. So he flies over to here, doing 5 points of damage to you, Blackwater, and setting you on fire. Then he is going to move here.
My token.
Oh, sorry. He has to make a wisdom save at the start of his turn for the moonbeam,
No,
right?
it's a constitution save, actually.
Or con? Alright. Con save. So he would make it, but he would take half damage.
Yes.
He seems to be fairly fortified as an elemental. So how much would that be?
2d10 and then half. 1 second. Two. Oh, 1 second. Turn order is a bit in the way. No, what? Wrong. The second one.
So he
half.
takes 5 radiant.
Half damage.
And he is going to dash, which would give you an Oppie, or you have a bow out, right?
Yeah, I have a bow.
So he's going to fly into you, dealing 5 and setting you on fire. Then fly up this way. Can you take an Oppie, Oriel?
An Appy?
Opportunity attack?
Opportunity attack.
Yes, I should.
Do you have a weapon out, melee weapon?
I have my sickle out, I think, so that should be possible.
Alright, so you... do you want to spend your reaction and slash at him?
Yes.
Alright, so you take a slash as he flies through your area and continues on. You gotta do an attack, yeah. Oh, no, that's gonna miss.
Hit.
So go ahead and spend your reaction. He's gonna fly over here, and yeah, you two both take 5 fire and are also on fire now. Rogrick and Oriel. And that is it for that one. New round, Co. So at the start of your...
Concentration check, right?
Yes, and you would make a concentration. Did you have temp HP?
I still have to deduct damage.
Oh, Bless would go away. Nasty.
That's for the fire, right?
So at this point, well, being on fire would stack with the heat in the area, so you don't have to keep rolling while you're on fire. But yeah, you would automatically start your turn and take 5 points of fire damage because you're on fire right now.
Shock takes 5 points of fire damage.
Oh wait, sorry, Shock goes first. So yeah, Shock takes 5 points of fire. What's he gonna do? I totally missed Shock. Alright, so Shock's first. Sorry,
He's
Co.
going to move right here so he doesn't get pushed into the lava.
Okay.
And then I'll probably make 2 swings at this guy.
Okay.
At advantage because Ko is raging.
Alright, so you swing. Yeah, 25 will strike with the first one. Doing 10 points. Or wait, non-magic, so 5 points. Since I need one of those fancy swords. Second attack, 21 will strike again. Versus AC 13, doing another 3. The creature still seems mad at Oliver, though. It's about to attack him again. Anything else?
That seems to be Shock's turn.
Alright, Ko. So you take 5 damage at the start of your turn from being on fire.
Yeah, just did that.
What are you gonna do?
How does the actions and item interactions work? The whole action to like drop the maul and pull out the halberd.
So dropping an item is a free action. Pulling out the halberd would be an item interaction, and you get one of those for free. So you could drop your maul and pull out the halberd and still get your attack. The maul would just be on the ground.
Just one attack though.
No, you could get your full
still get
attacks. Yeah, if you sheathed the maul, like put it on your back and pulled out the halberd, that would take your whole action because that would be 2 item interactions. But just dropping something to the ground is free. You can just do that.
Okay. Yeah,
As
so
long
you
as
drop
the
maul on
fire elemental doesn't pick it up and start hitting you with it or something. Alright, so
do I have to put it on the ground or something?
yeah, at some point, like if you want to put a dropped item thing there, or you just remember.
That'll
But
work.
for now, yeah, we could just say you pulled out your glaive. Halberd, alright, so what is there a +3 for?
Well, I don't know why it says +3.
Oh, that was
Added
for Bless, but Bless went away because he failed his
Oh, right.
concentration.
Then turned it off. Sorry, it's on my map still.
But 18 would strike, and you hit the creature for a full 10. It hisses angrily and now turns towards you, ready to attack. Second attack?
Oh, I don't.
Does
Sorry.
not.
I need to make a hotkey for the halberd.
Oh, for your token? Here, I can do that.
Yeah, I don't.
Let me make a new set of keys for your token.
I just haven't figured out how to do that one yet.
Alright, you should have a bunch of keys now. All right, 11. Ooh, no, that would miss. So the second shot, it would dodge out of the way. Shh. Anything else?
That's it.
All right, so Blackwater, 5 points of damage, please, as you are on fire.
It burns.
It burns.
I
Ah!
will shoot this guy.
Pew. All right, you take a shot.
Where is here it is?
Oh.
I'll use a superiority die.
All right, superiority shot.
Superiority die.
D8, please.
Back.
You need a 13, so 4. Oh, I was
Magic.
still gonna miss. Unlucky. Flies past him.
Shot number 2.
Yes, 14 would be enough.
16.
Striking for 16, and he is badly wounded.
I will action surge this turn,
Okay.
and I'll shoot again.
Oh, man,
Can
those
I,
rolls.
Can I even make it with an 8? 1, 2.
That would be a 14
7 or
if
8.
you need 7 or 8. Be a high risk.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh,
Bloody
rolling the
gambler.
dice. All right. Going to
Bloody
Vegas.
I'm a gambler, baby. Dang it. Nothing but ones, bro.
It's the third one. All right. So no, you were not precise on that shot, and that would miss.
Yeah, last attack.
Yeah, that would just hit.
That's so tragic, brother.
Oh, good damage roll. All right. So the arrow would disrupt him, and he would fall to the ground, destroyed. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll second win. That's my bonus action, and that will end my turn.
All right. Unfortunately, you are still on fire. Oliver, 5 points of damage as you are burning.
Plus 14
Oh,
each.
action is going to be to put me out.
All right. So you, unlike the others, actually stop burning.
Over my maximum there. 44. There you go.
How far away from me is the hand holding the ring?
I mean, it's sitting over the lava here. Oh, and okay, no, you already took your 5 points. Yeah, yeah. So you can, I mean, you could just bring it over. Oh wait, I think you have to use an action to do that, right? To move
I
the.
have to do that. So I was wondering if I walked over, can I like take the ring from my mage hand, or is it too far down?
No, it would be too far into the lava. You couldn't reach it from here. Not with just leaning over. Yeah, just jump in. Ah, pff. But no, yeah, it's out of reach.
Alright, cool. How far can I go and put that? Yeah, cool. Right. So I will move here. That's it.
All right, so you end your turn, Oriel.
Arya would use an action to put out her fire so she won't burn
All right, I
anymore.
believe you still take 5 for this turn. Let me double check that. But yeah, after that you could put it out. Let's see. Is that the beginning of the turn? Yeah, the start of turn. So you would take the 5, but then you could put yourself out. And you would have to make another concentration check. Alright, so the fire is doused. And you're feeling a lot better.
And then I would use my movement to move away a bit from said fire elemental.
Okay. So it's your action movement. Anything else?
Yeah, that's it for my turn.
Alright, Rogric. So you take 5 damage for being on fire.
I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Yeah.
And move. I'll just move over here for now.
Alright.
And then yeah, I'll just I'll put my I'll put myself out.
Alright, so you stop the burning. You took the 5 for the start of your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
That's the fire elemental. No one really struck this one. Guess he's gonna fly over this way. Coming after you. And he is gonna do his... Well, first he's gonna kind of move through you to set you on fire again. So you would take 5 and once again be flaming. Then he's gonna do his multi-attack. Oh no, crit. So the first shot...
Bobs if I can.
Oh, alright.
Need to check on the great range.
Oh, just in range. Alright, so that will force a reroll. Go ahead and spend your reaction. No, 22 isn't a crit at least. So you are struck for 7 fire. And you're already on fire, so you don't have to worry about being caught on fire again. But you are starting to look a little ragged. Second attack. Ooh, 21 will strike. And do another 12, which I think brings you down. Right?
Yeah.
Alright, so Roderick is dying. He's on the ground. Oh, I did yeah, I'm trying a new condition called dying. Because just I didn't really like unconscious, so it's basically kind of the same thing, but you're more conscious of what's going on. That is it for him. New round shock.
-5, right?
Yeah, so he's still on fire, so you take 5 points of damage. Shock says, "Oh shit, Roderick."
I don't know if he'd put himself out. I think he'd probably put himself out. Oh, moving forward, yeah.
He says, "Someone help him." Running forward and putting himself out. So he took the 5 and put himself out. Is that it for him?
Yes.
All right, Ko. So you take 5.
Burn it up.
And what are you gonna
How?
do?
It's out.
It's hot.
While I was watching Roderick get pummeled. I
And
have
Damien, you have
42.
advantage. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So I can move 80 feet if I dash, right?
Yes.
Can I move in that straight line, or is shock in the way? Run
You
past him,
could.
right?
He would take 5 feet extra movement, but yeah, you can move past him. So it'd be 70 feet to get there.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm gonna do that.
All right, so you kind of come over to defend your downed ally, making sure you can't just coup de grace him. That is it for you, Blackwater.
-5.
Yep, 5 damage.
I can't really get there. I'll move a little closer. Move here. And I'll take 2 shots at the elemental.
Pew pew. All right. So you fire. Oh no, 6
16?
is gonna. Oh, you have
Yes,
advantage.
yes.
Yeah, 16 will strike it.
Is it just the first attack?
Yeah.
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
one.
just the one roll.
Alright.
So 15 piercing would get its attention off of your downed ally. It turns towards you and starts flying at you. Second shot.
Second shot, maybe 20.
Yeah, 20 will strike it again. Doing another 16. Anything else?
That's all I can do.
All right, Oliver.
Right. I'm never gonna get there to help, so I'm gonna move back over here. Here in my ring. Oh wait, oh no, I can't move there yet. No, sorry. I'm there. Oh, within the ring, but I'm gonna fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at actually how close do I have to be to this work? Yeah, I am, cool. I'm gonna Vicious Mockery the Fire Elemental.
All right, so hitting him with some psychic damage. He'll attempt to resist. Oh, natural 20. He resists. Anything else?
No.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm gonna give
Oh.
Bardic Inspiration to. No, I can't give it to Roderick while he's down, can I?
Yeah, I think he has to be aware of you. Well, no, actually,
Okay.
no, you can, because he's dying, but he's not unconscious. He can hear
Okay,
you.
cool. I'll give him Bardic Inspiration to just be like, right, don't die.
All right. So you're weirdly inspired by that comment. That is it for you, right?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
All right, Oriel.
Oriel.
Did you put yourself out?
Yes.
You did, right?
Yeah,
All
she
right, let
did.
me take the icon off you. Good. What are you gonna do?
Okay. She will use one of her free guiding bolts and hurl it at the fire.
Pew.
Um,
All right. So
fire elemental.
as Blackwater shoots it with the bow, you unload with your guiding bolt.
Yes.
Oh, but 10 is not going to be enough, unfortunately. As it flies past him and just strikes the wall behind him.
That's fair. That was my action, and I will move over here.
Alright. So you kind of carefully move past it to avoid an Oppie. Rogric. So you're automatically going to fail a death save because you're on fire, and that's one damage. I need a whispered death save. You might want to give yourself advantage because rolling a 1 will kill you.
You
If
have the
you-
Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, but a natural 1 will... if you have inspiration, this might be a good time to use it. But I'll leave that up to you. Are you muted?
No, sorry, I was typing. What's your Bardic Inspiration? Is it D6 or D8?
It's a D6.
Yeah, so you failed 1 death save because you're on fire. So rolling a natural 1 could kill you on this.
Oh, what? Okay, let me try this.
Story point could also be
Roll.
used to save you because you haven't used one yet in this, in this encounter. But yeah, just letting you know what your options are. All right, so you gave me your roll, and that would end your.
That's a +1.
Okay, so yeah, you know what you got. That would end your turn. The fire elemental is going to move through Ko, which doesn't matter because he's already on fire. Ko, he's going to give you an Oppie when he comes to here because he's going to keep
Well,
moving.
yeah. Absolutely swinging on him with the halberd that I have. Thank you for the hotkey.
Yeah, 15 will strike, cutting into him. So spend your reaction, and how much does he take? 14, 16. That-
Maybe not. Maybe just 14. I'm not sure. I'd still be raging.
Oh, because
Yeah,
you
he-
dashed
fire
last turn.
He took
No.
fire damage.
Yeah, you're on fire, so yeah, you took damage. You're still angry.
Okay, cool.
Just keep burning, and that keeps your rage going. So 16. That would wound him. So yeah, spend your reaction. He's going to go here and set Shock on fire again, and then he's going to attack Blackwater. 11 is going to miss. Oh wow, terrible rolls for him, luckily. Both of those would miss as you dodge back and forth. That is it for him and the end of the round. So Shock, 5 damage. What are you going to do?
Jack, -5. He'll move here.
I'm burning. Alright.
Grab the potion on Damien's belt. If he can do that, is that something he can do?
Yeah, as long as Damien is not trying to prevent it.
Yeah, no, he's not.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll stand here, taking an opportunity attack.
Alright, so the creature is going to try to hit him. Oh, natural 1. No, that's going to miss.
And then he's going to potion Roderick.
Alright, so Roderick, you are given a potion, 2d4 plus 2.
And if you still have it, you can add the bardic inspiration to it as well.
Do I roll that?
Yes. I mean, either you can. I'll just say you are because you're administering the potion. Means someone has to roll it. Alright, so you would gain 5. Keep in mind he is still burning. So if someone doesn't put him out, he will take another 5 damage.
Well, unless Shock has an action surge, so he can't do much.
Okay. Yeah, you can't add the bardic to a potion.
Alright. Healing spell. Alright.
Oh, you can't add it to a healing spell either. It's ability check, attack
Oh,
roll,
I
or
can.
saving throw.
I can.
Well, his
Oh, okay.
I don't think you can add it to a potion roll though, right? It doesn't have to be a spell.
No, if a creature has bardic inspiration die from you and casts a spell that restores hit points or deals damage.
Yeah, so you can't do it with a potion, but you can do it for like a cure wounds or something.
Or an attack spell.
Yeah. Alright, so that's it for Shock. Ko on fire. Takes some more fire damage.
So, Ko, not looking too hot, but is going to put out the fires if I can on Roderick. Like pat him down and.
Alright. So you are still on fire, but you put Roderick's fire out at least. And Roderick, you are no longer on fire and no longer dying, though prone and very, very hurt. 1 level of exhaustion.
Would that be my only action I could take?
That would be your action. You still have a bonus action and a you probably still have more movement if you want.
Yeah, I'll use the movement, but I can't do anything for bonus. So I'll just get the flank and ready to attack.
Just run across the room burning.
Been on fire for a minute. It's hurting.
Yeah. Damien, 5 points of fire damage.
That's 5. I'll move up this way. 30 feet.
Alright, use that distraction to get away while Shock took the Oppie.
Yeah, and then I'll shoot it twice.
Beep, beep. Alright.
I'll use my last precision die.
These elementals are taking those resources.
I'm a fighter.
Alright, don't roll another one.
You rolled it into existence.
Oh! Nice. So that just hits, doing another 17.
And then
Pissing him off again. Oh, crit!
Hell yeah.
4 plus 4, 22. He is badly wounded, but still up. Anything else?
I'll end my turn.
Okay. That would be Oliver.
Alright, cool. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast this dude twice.
Oh, crits. Look at these crits. Can't roll above a 4, and you guys are double critting. 11 points would blast right through him, dissipating him. Now I do have to finish out the round because people are on fire. So anything else, Oliver?
No.
Oh, you would take 5 damage from being too close to the lava, though. Though not on fire, just too hot.
Wait, content, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, con save.
But carry on to the next person. If I fail it, I know I gotta do this.
Alright, Oriel. So the enemies are down, but a bunch of your people are still on fire. What do you want to do?
Oriel would run up to Poe and try to pat him down with her little hands.
Alright. Oh, geez. Do you have enough movement to do that? He might be too far. You could get to shock, though.
Yeah. Although, who looks more hurt, like, from a glance?
Ko looks wounded. Shock isn't wounded yet. So yeah, Ko's... Yeah.
I will use my bonus action to face step in this direction.
Alright, so you quickly teleport closer and put out his fire. Anything else?
Oh, gods.
Can just pat you down like, you're okay, you're okay. Anything else?
Sorry. No. She would constantly apologize.
I'm sorry. She's just patting out the flames. Alright. That would be Roderick. So you are, I think, prone, but Wake. The enemy just went down, but yeah, you see a bunch of your people are on fire. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I would get up and then put shock out.
So he's basically doing the thing from last round. You're like, shh, quickly pat him down. He is no longer burning. That's it for you. Into the new round, Shock is going to be like, Blackwater, come over here, I'll help you. Rush up and put you out. And that would be everyone, so we'll end combat there.
Yay, everyone's no longer on fire.
Alright, so I'll say you are able to get this new ring, though you don't know what it does yet, and we're probably going to have to stop here. Because we
The
are...
suspense.
Dun dun dun. What could it be? So yeah, let's do MVP votes.
It could be anything.
Could be anything. Good job, everyone.
Good game.
Lots of RP. Nice little bit of combat there at the end. Side quest. Alright, I got 4 votes. I think I need 1 more.
I used 10 arrows hella quick.
Yeah, you were blasting them with those arrows.
Like they had low AC. I used all my resources.
I was close to doing that as well.
Do you need the command, Oriel? Do you remember what it is?
I wrote it to you via Discord again. I'm so sorry.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Oriel with 3 votes, you were MVP. Congrats.
I'm so guilty because I baited you guys into this fight. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, you know, now you got a nifty little ring out of it. And you have Fire Elemental Essence, if you collect it. You might want to remind yourselves to collect it. But, yeah, good, like I said, good game, everyone. and I'm going to be taking some notes, but otherwise you're free to hang out or take off, whatever you wish, and I'll see you next week.
Right.
GG, guys.
GG.
See y'all next week. Bye.
I hope you have a nice week. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Likewise. Bye. Wait, Lou, how's the weather in
Who? Where?
Washington? Lou,
It's like
Oh,
frozen.
okay.
Everything's
Bye-bye.
frozen.
bye. Yeah, cause supposedly here in Texas it's supposed to get really cold this next few days.
Yeah, no, everything's like frozen here.
Dang. I remember like what year are we 24? 3 years ago now, when the entire state shut down from snowfall.
Oh, what, Texas? Yeah, because they didn't
Yeah.
want to. They didn't want to be part of the grid of the rest of the nation, so they just had no power when their grid failed. That was
Yeah,
pretty bad.
It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, I still had fire, thankfully, but
Ron
some of my family
DeSantis went
didn't.
to like on vacation. He's like, "Fuck this." I know. Not Ron
You have to
DeSantis.
let
What
it
was that
do it.
guy's name? The
Cruz.
yeah, Ted Cruz. He's like,
Ted Cruz.
it's like I'm out of here. Can't
Hey,
fully
he had
blame
the
him.
money, I guess. Yeah, you can.
It's like,
I mean,
oh.
if
I mean,
had
yeah,
the
you
money, I would
definitely
do
can.
it.
Yeah, just kind of funny. He's like, I'm gonna take a trip. But
He's like,
anyway,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
yeah, I'm out of here. Screw you guys.
Oh my god, I just hope it doesn't come to that again.
No, hopefully not.
That would suck. Yeah, cause like, we never get snow here, so it's kind of crazy.